for you to turn that light back off, because really didn't look good with the light on.
Petting Remy with my chin. A very good way to get a bunch of cat hair on my chin.
Yeah. More so for me, I bet.
What luck! There's a cat hair stuck in my beard.
Why is that luck? Or maybe it's bad luck. Oh, what luck. She took my chair. It's fine, Remy. It's fine.
I assume because it's warm.
There are no gnomes in Sweden. No reports that anybody down there has ever seen them.
There are no gnomes in Sweden?
There are no gnomes in Sweden. No reports that anybody down there has ever seen them.
Down there? Is this something
They've
from Norway?
never seen them. I have no idea.
How many countries north of Sweden?
Were you staying down there too?
Yeah, that's what the line is.
Yeah, well, I know, yeah. But Sweden is up there.
Unless you're in Norway. And like a few other countries.
I don't think that guy was.
He might have been, but I don't know. Actually, let's find out while we wait for things.
While we wait for gnomes.
King Juan. Australia, apparently.
Well, they're just being upside down, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's wide.
APR has seen us.
Oh, we're full screen. That's
So.
Aper.
Hold on a sec. I think lean this way a little bit. I'm trying to actually tell easier from this.
All right, y'all keep your eyes peeled. Somebody
I should
either
raise that a little
let
bit.
go of something a little too early or a little too late. Because there's two small birds right outside the little box.
Oh boy.
No, the microphone didn't catch that.
Maybe that's why Remy was zooming around earlier.
Could be.
That's better. Anyway, good evening, Internet. It is 8:08 p.m. on Saturday, October 29th, 2022, and welcome to Stone of Graves. I'm your host, Mark Amsry, DJ Amstrack. That's Daniel. And tonight, we are returning to a game that kicked my ass last year. Not like badly, but it's sort of you have a limited number of tries at it, and I died often enough in stupid ways that I would have had to start all the way over. because I lost all those lives. It is Song of Horror. When I played of it last year, seemed pretty cool. It's just, played it at the end of October and figured rather than just stream basically the exact same thing over again next week, I'll just save it for later. And now it's later. So let's give it another shot.
It's later.
It's later.
Hi, Ceiling Cat.
Yeah, I hear Ceiling Cat. Lights, if you would.
Big old Ceiling Cat could do something about the mice on the walls.
Hey, Vince. Ooh, that was lighting us up all red. That looked cool.
Spong of spore. Wait, spring of spur. Spring of.
Spror. Spror.
Spring of uproar.
Difficulty, ETA Hoffman.
Estimated time to arrival Hoffman?
The ETA Hoffman mode is equivalent in difficulty to MR James with one caveat. When you lose a character, you can choose to load the last checkpoint. Permadeath is an integral part of the Song of Horror experience. Before choosing ETA Hoffman, it is recommended to have already tried Edgar Allan Poe or MR James before. Finishing the game on this difficulty will not unlock H.P. Lovecraft. MR James is the simplest difficulty that keeps permadeath. In this mode, you will experience fewer dangers than in Edgar Allan Poe, and in addition, those that you face will be easier to overcome. Edgar Allan Poe is the basic difficulty level for Song of Horror, which has been designed and balanced based on this level. This is the game exactly as it was envisioned. And I don't even get to see what it says about H.P. Lovecraft, but it's definitely hard mode.
H.P. Lovecraft. Something, something, something. Horrors from the stars. You're gonna go crazy now.
Yep.
Don't read that. Read nothing. How to survive an H.P. Lovecraft story. Read nothing. Have a shotgun. Get dynamite.
Okay. I've cranked up the settings. Let's see if... Let's see how it plays. Oh, hey, Mom. Come here real quick. Take a look at what it calls its difficulty levels.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. New game. Prelude. A Friday like any other.
Friday lightning.
For my little Ariadne. You should come get spooked with us. Song of Horror.
Isaac. harbor. That's a box of tentacles, all right.
I'm doing neither of those things.
The little girl hasn't wanted a box of tentacles for everything.
I asked for it year after year after year and never got it.
Daniel's apartment.
Seriously?
You don't forget that bit? I picked
Home
it up.
sweet home.
Yeah, I forgot that was his name. In fact, this
Yeah, this is the tutorial guide who finds the scary place.
is not the game I thought I remembered.
What do you think of something else?
I think I might have been.
Because this is the one where you jumped out the window.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I didn't remember this being a third-person game. Like, that's why I brought this stuff over here, was because I thought I remembered.
I think it was there. I think it was like over the shoulder.
Yeah. Well, hold on a second. I'm going to,
But
since it, what?
just in case that changes or something, I recommend leaving things exactly how they are.
Oh, yeah, I was going to leave this stuff out because that's, I mean, this control surface is already right here. But I am going to exit the game and grab my controller to play with it instead.
Your home row is excessively shiny.
So, one moment.
The mark of a well-used keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Not as badly as mine, though. The bumps identifying F and J have worn down to the point that it requires effort to sense them. Loop-de-loop.
You already did first time setup. There we go.
We'll do second time setup. Jeez. Also, did someone pull the plug on that rocket's exhaust? That's weird. You went like, doop. I think that was a thing for it to do. Neuer, executive assistant at weak function. What layman's terms? A what?
Dog body, it said.
Dog's body. Okay. I saw like a Dilligutty? I don't know what I said. Also, I don't think dog's body is a layman's term. That's a term laymen are gonna be like, what the hell's that? He has done terrible things to that poor leather jacket of his. Look at the condition that thing's in.
Very wrinkly. Plan to spend my Sunday on this couch listening to jazz. You like jazz? My videotape collection. Got quite a few westerns and cop movies. Can't wait to see the next X-Files episode.
Careful what you wish for, buddy.
Can't wait to be in the next X-Files episode.
Little bike. How are you?
I should sell that old thing once and for all.
I think you should start using it.
Not the greatest pizza I've had, but it hit the spot.
That was a pizza once?
It's a box.
It doesn't look much like a pizza box. You like fold it?
No.
And
There we go. Damn, I closed the curtains again. I'll end up killing this poor plant.
yeah, I'm just like every character has something different to say about every interactable thing.
Yeah. Shit, I could have sworn I took out the trash.
Trash, I could swear I took out the shit.
Some leftover coffee. Not my drug of choice on a Friday evening. On a Friday, I smoke crack! Sorry. Squeaky clean, just like it should be. I'm not really hungry. Plus, I didn't get any groceries this week.
What's that thing on the bar? Oh, it's pizza. Okay.
Yeah. You can eat, it even says pizza.
Oh, it's 2 boxes. That makes so much more sense. I was seeing it so badly. It's just like an angle that made it look weird and dumb. Also, this guy should really derelict his work this weekend and just stay at home and listen to that jazz.
And the toilet drain stinks, as usual. What do you expect? It's a turlet.
It shouldn't, though.
Oh, crikey, seriously?
Like, the drain stinks? It's called a U-bed.
Mm.
Don't answer that.
Hello?
Daniel, it's me, Etienne. Hey, we've got a bit of a major emergency going on here.
Oh, you're joking. Friday evening, and there's an emergency?
This is serious business. Sebastian Husher is nowhere to be found, and his manuscript should have been at the office by Tuesday. He won't answer his calls, and he hasn't shown up at his office at the university. He's vanished into thin air.
Oh, don't screw with me, Etienne. Call him on Monday or send a courier for him. I just got in the door less than 5 minutes ago.
I go myself, but I've got to attend Albert's performance in half an hour. Plus, Husher's house is closer to your place than it is to mine. Come on, man. The sooner you go, the sooner you'll get back home.
You're going to owe me a big fat favor.
Whatever you want. Write this down. 4 Abbott Thomas Road, in the old housing developments along Highway EB-15.
EB-15? Good God, that's out in the sticks. I plan to take a few days off after this.
Well, we'll talk about that once you find him. Oh, and if he gives you the manuscript, don't show it to anyone. And don't go selling it off to the highest bidder.
I'll see what I can do. We'll ring you up when I get back.
Thanks, Dan. You're saving my skin.
That phone had 2 receivers.
Again. Another Friday evening and I'm working as an errand boy.
He had one
I
to his
suppose they're
head
too
and it was
important
one
over at
sitting
Wake
on the
Publishers
cradle.
to come looking for jolly old Husher themselves. Shit. Even I should be too important for that. Though I mustn't overstretch my complaints. Rising from my lot as a drunkard and financial ruin to that of an errand boy is actually quite an improvement. If only things had gone a bit better for the company, or I'd got on the wagon a bit sooner. Damn, Sophie did the right thing when she divorced me. I would have divorced myself in her place. Daniel Neuer, the bloody alcoholic. Chin up, you. That is Daniel Neuer, the bloody ex-alcoholic, after all. Wake Publishers employee by day, Wake Publishers screwed over lackey by evening. Even Friday evenings. But if I could find Husher, I have a feeling my status at the company would rise quite a bit. After all, he is the publishing firm's biggest star. Let's cross our fingers and hope he's home.
Yeah, forget the job. Go home. There I am using a priori knowledge again. That's called cheating. wonder what's watching him at that window. Probably the camera crew. Oh, free hats.
A tricycle. I didn't know Husher had kids.
You ever feel like sometimes shoelaces are just too long?
Sometimes they are.
I've got these over my knee. That's strange. Yeah,
Why take the side door when I can take the main one right there? Why not take the side door?
might be somehow safer. For reasons.
A newspaper. That murderer they arrested about a week ago is on the front page.
Hello?
Ahoy, hoy.
Is that music? I'd better take a look.
You should leave.
Each character has their own light source. To turn it off and on, press trigger. Once it's on, you can choose the direction in which you want to point the light. To do so, use R.
Well, so if the trigger R3, depending on what you're using, it looks like.
Yeah,
Maybe both.
probably both.
Is that someone playing a music box?
The alarm seems disabled. Much better. If it goes off, I'll have a lot of explaining to do. They look like travel guides. Clock marks 12. Guess it needs fixing. Either that or it's a puzzle hint. It's a lot of clothes. Is there anyone home? No, that's not where the music is coming from. Usher is in a lot of these framed pictures. The rest must be family, I guess. Those paintings are depressing. I'd never put them up in my place. That's weird. What are all those suitcases doing here?
Someone's been traveling. And bought a haunted musical tentacle box. Brought it home.
Nice record player. Looks vintage.
Ever play musical tentacles?
Can't say that I have. Chessboard really suits the highbrow feel of this house. What a beauty. Must sound like an angel. Is that what angels sound like?
Maybe some of the biblically accurate ones. Be not afraid.
Look at all those bottles. And to think they almost ruined my life. This plant is barely alive, if at all. When was the last time they watered it? History and art magazines. I've got nothing against them, but I bet they'd bore me to death. Durr.
Enjoy history of art magazines.
That deer's head is almost as big as I am. All these books were written by Husher. They must be first editions. Wonder who this is. A respectable amount of books. If I break that, my grandsons will finish paying it off. History fiction. Fun to read, although I prefer the newspaper.
Respectable amount of books. Is there a disreputable number of books? Like just too many?
I would think too few would be a disreputable number. A camera, or rather a fake camera. Man, this guy is even messier than I am. Mostly noir and police thrillers. Now these I like. Grammar and reference books. I guess these come in handy when Husher's writing. Books, books, and more books.
Books. I'll eat 12.
Japanese swords. Anything from that country is popular now, thanks to those stupid cartoons.
Watch it, Gaijin.
Looks like this drawer is jammed shut.
You're currently being puppeteered by Otaku. Careful what you say.
I don't think I examined that. So many people in the house, it's no wonder no one ever answered Etienne's calls.
This guy's really Scooby doing it, do you think?
Decorative fruit, the expensive porcelain kind. I guess they don't want anyone to think they're poor. Books and plates in the same cabinet? Not much order there.
I didn't know that decorative fruit came in porcelain.
Oh yeah.
I've only known wax fruit. And rubber and plastic, I guess.
Table is set, but covered in dust. Where is everybody?
I'm also on real fruit, of course. That's the best kind. Because you can
Eat it. I mean, edible decorations aren't...
Hello, spooky mirror.
And that mirror's dirty.
Why'd you bring some Windex?
Family portraits, I guess. They look old.
Your jacket looks old.
They're all covered in dust. This place hasn't been cleaned in days. Can't go that way. Matchbox. Can't think of any reasons to burn the house down yet.
I can. I say burn the whole place to the ground, then... I'm not sure if the chemical box needs to be smashed or sealed in something.
You have found an examinable item. Inspect it to gain information by pressing A. To examine the backside, use R. You can access your inventory and collected documents at any time by pressing U.
Dear Sebastian, how are you?
First letter from Isaac Farber. A letter for Husher found by Daniel in the author's mansion. Post-stamped on August 1, 1998. Dear Sebastian, how are you? To be completely honest, wow, that's getting out of focus. I must admit that we are all impatiently waiting your latest work. My dear friend, I must ask a favor of you. Enclosed with this letter, you will find one of the latest items we have purchased at the store. An ornate music box with fascinating engravings. The craftsmanship is astonishing, but something else has caught my eye. Or perhaps I should say ear. The melody, Sebastian. It's peculiar. You have to listen for yourself. I had never heard the song before, and my attempts at finding the score or the name or composer have failed. I cannot for the life of me get that melody out of my head. Would you be willing to help me find any clues regarding this box and its mysterious melody? I would be forever grateful. With the warmest of wishes, Isaac Farber. P.S. I've also enclosed the little information I've managed to find about said box. Sebastian Husher. Franked. Frankeo.
Interesting. What the? How can there be a door there?
It's decorative. There's a classical music album on the record player.
We found the bad door.
Stuff lying all over the place. Reminds me of my college dorm. This radio has to be older than me. And are those rifles real? Wow, this guy likes to hunt. Sophie would have a fit if she saw this.
Yeah, it's such an evil looking door.
I'd hardly taken a step forward when I heard the door close behind me. When I turned around, the door wasn't there anymore. And all that was left of it was a strange shadow on the wall. I surged. I despaired. And I screamed until my throat began to burn. The candles started to run out, as did the batteries in my torch. From within the most suffocating darkness, the hours went by, until turning into days, and I began to fall in and out of a restless sleep. I would hear voices, sometimes right next to me, other times a few yards away. It seemed like they were coming from the other side of the wall. Desperate cries, howling in horror, and sometimes, the worst of all, a vast, oppressive silence would fall, seeming to emanate from everywhere and nowhere all at once. There was nobody there, just hallucinations, nightmares, black nothingness, and the song from that music box. Trapped in this impossible place, I wondered if I was going to die there.
Three days later.
Etienne, do you have any news on Daniel yet?
Oh, Sophie. No. We've been calling him at home all day, but there's no response. Do you know if he's got a mobile phone?
No, I don't think so. And if he does, he doesn't tend to keep it on him.
Oh, man. I think I should pass by the Husher place when I leave, just to see if they know anything.
Husher the writer? Your client?
Yeah, I sent Daniel over there on Friday, and I haven't heard from him since.
What's the address? I'm going to stop by Daniel's place, and if I don't find him, I can go around and ask about him.
The house on the outskirts of town, on Highway EB-15. Number 4, Abbott Thomas Road. It's a big house.
Okay, I'm headed over. Call me if you find him.
Of course. Same to you.
The Husher Mansion is a large 19th century colonial house property of Sebastian P. Husher. Sophie Van Denen, age 40, light source candle. Life has put Sophie to the test many times, but she always pulls through. It was thanks to this resilience that she summoned the strength to put an end to her failing marriage with Daniel. Sophie, who runs a well-known art gallery, is now enjoying the ever-elusive prosperity she has always longed for. Etienne Bertrand, age 45, light source lighter. Etienne, a confident, self-made man, is sales manager at Wake Publishing, making him Daniel's direct supervisor. In his role as personal assistant, Daniel has become somewhat of an errand boy, but Etienne is slowly giving him greater responsibilities. Although they love to complain about working together, they have grown fond of each other, developing a friendship outside of work that neither of them like to admit. Alexander Laskin, age 59. Alexander and his wife, Masha, are housekeepers at writer Sebastian P. Husher's mansion. Watching over the author's children is one of their many household duties. The Russian couple of Christian faith moved to Europe in the early 80s in an attempt to flee from a mysterious past that Alexander rarely, if ever, speaks about. Elena Ramos, age 32. Elena is a passionate, hands-down type of learner, always eager to get her hands dirty at work. Happy and energetic, she's traveled the world with her sister in search of a better life for them both. Now working as an electrical technician at Monolith Security, Elena is part of a highly qualified tech support team repairing high-end home security systems for exclusive clients. Okay, let's start with Laskin. Acclaimed professor and historical fiction author. Okay. Soul's tricycle. Must have been riding about the yard. It's jammed. I'll have to go through the house to get there. Cannot read anything in this newspaper. It got wet in the rain.
Why is the door open?
The alarm system is off. Where are those useless people from the maintenance crew? Mirror is filthy. Quite odd. Mr. Sebastian's favorite coat is missing. I do not think he is home. The clock in the entrance is off.
Yeah.
My dear eccentric husband, I left your key in the top drawer of your bureau in the library. Children have been very nervous lately. We need to talk about this as soon as you get back, and I don't want them playing with it. Whee! Can see the Hushers when they were little in these pictures with their families. They were taken in the 50s. I cannot stand those paintings. Too many bad memories. They must have taken all this luggage from the basement. But why? One sec. I need a snack.
Snark.
A snurk.
There's some cigarette cookies.
Oh, yeah.
What else? Looking for house cats behind me. Kitten Rescue! That's an adorable name. We have a user in chat named Kitten Rescue. Yeah, they should be in the back room.
Mhm.
Yes, we're in our cubicle.
I think the telephone works.
Probably. It might. You know, maybe.
Everything is messy and dusty. Dessy and musty. Little Saul was taking piano classes. Wonder if he still is. Mrs. Catherine and my wife play chess once in a while. I'm not smart enough to play that game. All of the bottles are out of place and the table is covered with dust. Why is this? Where is Masha? This plant needs water and fertilizer. The soil is very dry. This is where the Hushers kept certain history magazines that are delivered to the house. They're interesting.
Oh yeah, this is like the husband of that servant lady, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody has like different insights. This guy knows about the family.
I remember when Mr. Sebastian, his friends, and I hunted this deer. Killed it with a single shot. There's no more wood in the fireplace.
One shot, one deer. Combine hip flask with deer.
Every time Mr. Sebastian publishes a book, he places one copy of the first edition here. You'll find them all.
Pokemon. You know, it's a weird light.
It's a candle.
Oh. Didn't see the flame dancing. Very fragile.
Books, books, and more books.
Books.
There's dust all around the camera. Mr. Sebastian's bureau is like a tiny museum. His books are all murder mysteries. I do not like them. I do not know what these handbooks are for, but Mr. Sebastian consults them quite often. Masha used to insist I read them. She finally gave up. Japanese swords, because Mr. Sebastian loves everything from that country. He's a weeb. It is stuck. I must grease it if I want Mr. Sebastian to open it.
There's a key in there. There's a key in there.
Nope.
I believe someone had a magnet string wrapped around their finger.
It's always the same. If we leave a space empty, Mr. Sebastian will fill it up with books.
It'd be funny if you could water a plant with a flask.
Once, Masha and I hid beneath this table so that the children would not see us carrying their Christmas gifts. How did that mirror get so filthy? Mr. Sebastian and Mrs. Catherine when they were younger. I took some of these myself. All perfectly in order. None of them are used. Just an ordinary match. Whee!
Tiny.
That's not 50 matches.
It was. Looks like it's down to the last layer of 5. I'm guessing they're in 5 layers of 10.
Wait, last layer of 5? What?
The last of 5 layers. Never
Oh,
ends.
okay.
Press A to inspect further.
That is no good.
That's no good.
There's something on the counter.
A metal ring.
Aj. Should say Aj Gimbatu.
Har har. Meow. Wee. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Less wobbly. Like my bicycle tire gets loose and goes down the road.
This is where Masha keeps the cookbooks we brought from Russia. We bought from Russia. Remy, don't, cat, get down from there.
To things, she's a bird. It's small and dumb and kind of annoying and in the air. Guess I should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fingers. I need to. You think you can stop me? You can't. You're too fast. I'm already on. Come now, you learned long ago I was too fast. Yeah? You remember that time you tried to dash past me and you failed?
A drawing by Saul. Spooky.
Better call the 7-year-old kid. I feel like something specific might be going on there.
Mm-hmm. Wee.
The lad's been unsettled by, Tentacles of Shadow looks like fans. L7 NVS.
In for all S.
You like a turn A.
Mm-hmm. Read Saul 7.
I don't think there is a book of Saul.
Oh dear, I must clean up this mess. That wire is dangerous.
So is that water.
Water is why it's dangerous.
I think the damage is why it's dangerous.
No. Masha must have made some coffee.
The water just makes it more dangerous.
Somebody locked the door to the cold room. All that is left are tins with preserves. Nobody's done the week's grocery shopping. Here's the dog food. I wonder where they've taken him. Did not come out to welcome me.
Yeah.
Oil can.
I wonder if this can be used to get that key. I've forgotten whether or not this is the case.
Yeah. Fine lubricant for the car. What was that noise? You better take a look before you go back out.
What's the luck?
What's that noise?
It seems like the coast is clear. From now on, you can listen to what's happening on the other side of unexamined doors. Sometimes you might have the chance to do it with other doors as well. Pay attention to the icons when you're near one. Use your map to find your way around. It records every single place you've explored so far. To open it, press L. The map will be constantly updated with relevant information. Don't forget to check it out once in a while.
If
That's
there
not
is
just L.
anybody in the house, I
That's
must
L.
find them.
Yes.
I don't know that they're referred to by numbers anymore. It made more sense back then. You've been derping around here so long it's gotten dark out.
I think it was dark when he got here.
So once that window open.
Nah.
Somebody locked up the smoking room. The smorking room.
Uh-huh.
I have unjammed the drawer. I am taking the key. Master key. Looks like an old key. It was in the jammed drawer in the library.
How come it doesn't have like a lion's head on it?
That's the magic key.
Yeah, it looks more like an onion head. One man bird face or something.
Star Onion Brigade.
You SOBs.
Why? Okay, the way that
Slowly rotates. Ow, 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 ow.
yeah, the way it keeps going in and out of focus there is kind of
Yeah, it makes a little background go whoopie whoopie whoopie.
uh-huh.
That's a technical term.
Of course it is. Hello, Rainy.
Dingus dingus.
Who is
I think
phone?
I should answer the telephone.
He's coming from inside the house.
Hello? Hello? I don't understand you. Saul, is that you?
We can't leave my room.
What? What is this? I need to find the children. And where is Masha?
Vivaldi. I have not heard him for so long. It's on the secretary. I put it there because he left it in here.
I was about to call it.
This is the old phone.
Oh,
It's one I read off of.
so that one ill. Okay.
Mr. Sebastian loves to spend time here listening to that old radio. Mr. Sebastian's cousin taught him all about hunting. It's a family tradition for them. Screwdriver. Flathead screwdriver. Looks like it's seen better days. Mood.
You got goop.
Got goop. Hello, Vince.
Don't go jamming that into your eye now, you hear?
Yeah, no, that's what corkscrews are for.
Woo!
I saw another door yesterday. As I was walking by the dining room, I suddenly heard the music from Daddy's music box. My brain added another box in there. The music box from Daddy's music box. When I went in, I saw the door. I went running to tell Mummy, but when we came back, it was gone. She scolded me for making things up. It's not fair. I was telling the truth. There was an old door here, different from the rest. It even had a key in the keyhole. If I see it again, I'll go inside and leave the door open. That way Mummy will believe me. I saw the weird door, Julia said. The one that wasn't there before. Mummy was very angry and kept yelling at Julia. The door is scary. I will hide the key in the dollhouse, and I will hide the 5 dolls too, even if they get mad at me, and I will bring them out when Mummy and Julia forget about the door. One will be hungry, so her friend will make dinner for her. Another one will read while her mom takes a shower. The ugly one will watch the door so nobody comes in.
Hints.
Yeah, I vaguely remember this part.
I remember the reading one was cute.
Such a mess is not allowed in this house. I wonder what they were looking for in all of those papers.
Like, the ugly one was creepy. The hungry one was disturbing.
Is anyone there?
Alright.
Okay, gather strength.
Then right trigger to actually shove. Luckily, you made it this time. You're safe for now, but don't let your guard down. Whatever that was, it could still be lurking in the shadows. Certain events will give you the chance to put your ear to the door in rooms you have already visited. Just remember to be extra careful. It might save your life.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. My mind is playing tricks on me.
Okay, well, I suppose now it's a question of what do I need to do next?
windows and the doors. Oh, hi, sirs.
I thought I remembered the upstairs stuff coming much later. Don't hear anything.
I remember it was pretty early that you wound up in the attic and jumped off and jumped out a window.
The woman in the painting looks like a corpse. What is the lady's suitcase doing here? Looks like there are clothes inside.
Yeah.
You have the key.
Oh yeah, it is master key.
There is a note stuck on the safe.
Oh, that's... Dear Julia, if you found this note, congratulations. You're one step closer to solving the puzzle I've prepared for you. I hope it keeps you entertained while I'm away. I've hidden your favorite doll in the safe and changed the combination. Since you aspire to becoming a detective when you grow up, I think this is a great chance to put your deduction skills to the test. The new combination is as follows: the number of our street address, Saul's age, the decade and year the canvas hanging upstairs right next to the staircase was painted. Good luck, my dear inspector. Hugs and kisses from Daddy. Okay, so
Something 7 and
isn't it 4? 7?
I don't remember that. Yes.
I think this is the most modern painting they own, from 1945.
I think we have something honest that tells the stages.
More broken junk and useless rubbish. Nope. Daniel had something. All that useless clutter ends up here in the basement.
Dude, it was like E18 or something like that. That's on the 6.
Till the children are a little older, these expensive vases must stay down here. Another of the old wardrobes we cleaned out. A whole person fits inside.
Oh, make this.
Lots of people will fit in there. Lions and witches and
Yeah.
white queens and lots of Turkish delight.
Heavens, something is wrong with those fuses.
Takes me back to like 8 years old.
For the love of God, did the fuses go out again?
Don't make your taste buds do a genuflection. Okay, there was a stage play of Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe, and there was a full-on musical number about Turkish life. And of the line from it. Not that Turkish Delight is anywhere near that good, but notably less than that. More importantly,
Rationing.
The book took place during food rationing.
Yeah.
So
Kids
there
didn't get a lot of
wasn't-
sweets.
There was not any good candy at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now which painting do I read for a number off of?
The one that was at the top of the stairs, which, if I remember right, is not on the wall up there. We can just tell by the shape of the of where a thing had been hanging.
Nah.
Does lock being bolted means you can't use the message yet?
It does.
Right.
Remember there being something out here in the garage that was unpleasant. This is Catherine's bicycle. Only Julia rides it now.
What the hell?
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Turn in circles.
So there's nothing in here.
This is just a place to hide.
Ah. So is that the spot where the painting is supposed to be? Or?
No, at the top of the stairs.
Oh, you haven't gotten the top stairs yet. I forgot. Yeah, I think the painting likely been in the basement, but you had to match it with the
an oval shape. Someone took down the painting that was hanging here. Surely they took it to the basement or attic. The one in the basement was a rectangle. This is one of the oldest. It was painted in February of 1634. There's nothing unusual out there. Are you sure?
Yeah, there's an abandoned car. Does he not notice the stranger's car? There's a car like loitering right outside the house.
Yeah.
An image of Catherine, Husher's wife, with her children, Julia and Saul.
She looks
Worried.
not happy. Looks unsettled.
Do not look at this photo.
Too late? What?
Do not look at this chicken.
Because, well, our audience doesn't know what you speak.
Golden Bonfire. Masha says it is one of Mr. Sebastian's best books.
Oh, is that a reference to Bonfire of the Excesses or something?
What?
Or Fire of the Decadence? Or... That's cool.
Hail Mary, full of grace.
Punch chicken in the face.
A dishcloth.
Find an invisible sphere! There goes Floopy Floop. That was like a spin it good.
It's like a double sphere, kinda,
Fascinating.
the way it floops.
It's like a cheeky boot. Woo, 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 woo.
I don't know why this is amusing me so much. Just
I was
the
gonna say, are you done making sport of a dirty dish towel?
just the, they modeled this very well. Like that's I appreciate the amount of detail in this game. Even if it is kind of immaterial, it's still nice. The material is immaterial. The mirror is covered with dust. Unacceptable! These are the toiletries prepared for guests.
This is the toilet to get pooping.
Gespoopin. Figurines and souvenirs of the Hashers. You mean Hushers? They've traveled very much. Your standard garage door remote control. Buttons seem a bit worn down.
Just open the garage door.
Yep. Binary.
It's open or it's closed. Nothing in between.
Hold on, what does that say?
Can't read it. It says, "Boo! It's a ghost."
Boo!
I see reference to this. The dish style going poo 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 poo.
Ah, yes.
Hey, party code.
Remote controller, yeah. April 1st, 1993.
April Fools. What? So it doesn't open the garage door at all?
Does that say 3.8 OH, or is that 3.SOH or BOH?
Oh, it's okay, weird.
I can't zoom in.
What if you inspect?
Buttons seem a bit worn down. This remote opens and closes the garage door. Will not work if I'm not in the garage. Then what's the point of it? Sometimes Mrs. Catherine sits here to read while Mr. Sebastian is writing. The armchair is very comfortable. Would probably fit under this table. That's a completely normal thing to think. More reference books. Mr. Sebastian's encyclopedias and dictionaries. This landscape is one of Mr. Sebastian's favorites. It was painted in 1905. Radio. African masks. Mrs. Catherine loves them. This is where Mr. Sebastian keeps the information on his professional contacts. He knows many people. Someone split the key to the storage room in 2 parts and left half inside the lock.
Rude.
My heyday, I opened so many locks like this, but they were not jammed.
So yeah, you need like some goo.
Well, no, there needs something to push the key out. The key shard. We seem to have used this battery to turn on the floodlight, but now it is disconnected. They left a sack of fertilizer here for the plants, but it was never used. These plants are doing better than the ones in the house, but I can tell they need fertilizer. Tongs. Grill tongs with a wooden handle, perfect for cooking a barbecue. Happy anniversary. Happy an adversary.
I get the feeling that whatever happened here wasn't just spooky, but also tragic.
Mm. Dear Sebastian, I wanted to tell you firsthand that I will be taking some much needed time off, which means that the store will be closed as of tomorrow. I wanted you to hear it from me rather than read it on a sign on our door. My daughter is currently traveling, and I must confess I can't keep up with our everyday demands on my own, especially since I haven't been able to sleep well lately. As soon as she's back, we will be open for business again. Rest assured, you will be the first to know. I hope to feel better by then. Please give my warmest regards to your family. Sincerely, Isaac Farber.
Ah, the Forerunner of the Tentacle Box, I'll bet.
The old record player. Nobody uses it anymore. Elevation plan of the Husher Mansion. Scaffold goes here.
That's telling you which of those windows is safe.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Locked from the other side.
Oh,
How could that be?
no. Mrs. Catherine. I have to reach the master bedroom.
If I remember correctly what the crying sound means, no you don't.
Mrs. Catherine took up painting as a hobby, but it was Saul who turned out to be the real painter.
Is that you okay?
These paintings are right where I left them before departing. Let me see. March 1883 and September 1790. Yes, same ones. Looks like somebody has raised the ladder going up to attic. Stowage. I could lower it if I reached that hook.
Nah. Mm-hmm. dark in the guest room.
Oh, dear. That won't do.
To make it work, you need to fix the fuse
Yeah.
box inside?
Yep.
Yeah.
A rusty old metal box closed shut. Fuses.
The
4 fuses.
You can open the garage door.
Several wrenches are missing, and the flathead screwdrivers are gone too.
What's been going on around here?
It is Mr. Sebastian's motorcycle. It is out of petrol. Boiler functioning. Upper panel. Shut down, press the left button. Start, press the central button. Emptying, press the right button. In case of malfunction preventing correct boiler functioning, you can perform an emergency shutdown by keeping the blue button pressed for 4 seconds. Oh, okay. It's 2 separate things. Need to get electricity in the house first.
That makes sense. I'm dumb. You think I would have thought of that? What do you think it was, like a steam-powered garage door lifting mechanism? to get 25, 50, and 30 amps. Those three upper boxes are for them.
Okay. Well, let's see. Green goes to all of them, red goes to 2 of them, blue goes to 1. And yellow goes to 1. So green gets split into 3. And I'm going to assume it's left to right, like the leftmost, the 25 amp fuse on the left connects to the left-hand box up there.
Looking at the paths that those are taking, that looks like it's probably these.
Well, it's hard to tell because they go through that tube there. Like they all 3 come out the same way.
They do, but it's a fair assumption to start with, at least.
Yeah. First of all, let's put the 15 in the one that's split into 3, because otherwise this is not going to work out terribly cleanly. Let's see. For similar reasons, 25 can't go in the upper right one, because then you'd be splitting 5 in half, and that doesn't work out evenly. Which means 25 has to go to either the blue or the yellow. If it goes to yellow, though, then... No, wait, do they split, though? Or does the full amount go to all of them? Shouldn't, I don't think. Maybe it would?
I don't remember. Talk about current, so eventually that makes sense, but if I recall correctly, we wound up overthinking it last time.
Hmm. that's not it. Maybe I should try just not splitting them. So to get 30 to the right one, that would have to be 10 and 20. To get 50 to the middle one, I'm not sure we can get 50 to the middle one. But I guess as long as we don't exceed 50, that's the important part. $25 to the left one is going to be the hardest, because that's... three of... In fact, I don't think... Okay, imagining it that way, it doesn't work. Like, you can't just add the numbers, because no three of these add up to less than 25. Well, I suppose it's possible that they don't correspond left to left, middle to middle, right to right. Okay, well, if it's if it doesn't correspond that way, then if it's a matter of just like one box has to match up to one of those values, etc., then that one would have to be 25. Because 25 needs to go to only one. And it needs to be able to go to the one that can become the largest. Like, in order to get to 50, that has to be the one that goes to 50, because no two can combine to 50. Which means that red and green are 10 and 15 respectively, which means that yellow has to be 20. And then in turn, that means that that green has to be 10. So that adds up to 30. And then red makes 50, 30, 25. Must be a bare wire somewhere. Ah, yes. That spot. Man, I'm feeling kind of not great.
Yeah, I seem to be fighting my dinner just a little bit, and the boogity lighting and moving camera are causing just a little bit of motion sickness. It's nowhere near as bad as that one stupid game.
Yeah.
That one where I had to like lie on the floor for a while because it was about to win the fight.
Mm.
If this is what you use the wash rag for.
Yeah.
And the tongs.
No,
Combine wash rag and tongs?
I tried that.
No. Just use wash rag?
Since it's sparking, I'm
it's
worried.
sparking? Okay.
Yeah.
You have to fuse this out. You think it would be able to spark?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Are there any wall switches or anything?
Yeah.
Also, I was reading the explanation for the fuse box
Mm-hmm.
puzzle. Okay, what is the point of that picture? If you look closely, you can see the striped fuses, or the wires, striped wires, each go into a box with a kind of return or out symbol, and the other wires have an in symbol.
Right. I saw. That's why I was adding those.
And the average with straight wires and the average that match each other.
Good heavens.
And you actually don't know which box corresponds to which device.
Okay.
But you're able to suss out their relationships.
And so I was.
And they show it as green plus blue plus red equals D1, green
Yep.
and yellow D2, red and green D3. They're calling the target fuses, the numbered ones on the left, devices.
Mm.
For some reason. And from there you can do like a bit of algebra if you wanted. The key is the difficulty in getting to 50.
No.
Well, I already got it figured out.
Yep. Well, you had a solution, but I'm not sure if that necessarily means you actually made sense of it. Because it is weird.
No, I did.
Okay.
I added up.
The post and post following it, though, are quite funny. So it's like, what the values we need is 50. To get an average of 50, you need to... Yeah. You need at least 3 fuses because the 2 highest fuses, 2 plus 25 plus 20, 45 speed included the D1 is 50. If you get to 50, only 25 plus 15 plus 10 works, so the only fuse remaining, 20, must be live.
Right.
So you plug in that information, G plus B plus R equals 50, G plus 20 equals D2, R plus G equals D3, D2 and D3 is 25 and 30, GBR 25, 15, 10. G plus 20 equals D2 tells us D2 must be 30 because if it was 25, G then have 25, and we don't have that fuse. So D2 is 30 and G is 10. There's only one fuse left, so D2 is 25.
Right, that's...
R plus G equals D3 becomes R plus 10 equals 25, so R equals 15. Therefore, B is 25 by process of elimination. Hope that was clear! And so it's like, someone quotes the whole dang post. There's a scene at Star Trek TNG where Riker was explaining to a Ferengi something about Federation tech. I feel like the Ferengi now. That's why I was reading that. Thank you for context, that joke. Yeah, apparently there's a significant issue with the poor lighting quality in the game, occasionally obscuring important details of puzzles. It's giggling.
How did that door open?
I don't want to know. Can I take the sword?
Stupid door.
What am I missing here? I need like a long stick.
What's the confirmation of the house? Don't see anything.
Nor do I. Is there a door up here that I overlooked that I could open?
Ah, there's Fatal Frame references all of them.
How did that door? Hello? Is anybody there?
The matchbox is Type 90, like the camera film. The piano brand is Imuro, the name of the mansion estate from Fatal Frame 1. One of the fuses has the name Mafuyu, named after Mafuyu Kiyosaki, the co-protagonist of Fatal Frame 1. No, it's just 4.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Abbott Thomas Road 4. Wait, when did you say that?
Like yeah, when we picked up the paper that talked about the hints for the code.
Wait. It'd be cool if there was something in the game to remind you of it in case you forgot, though. Jeez. Four, 7, and the last 2 digits of the year.
For the painting that I haven't found yet. Would you mind checking to see if I do need something else to safely mop up the water? Because I'm not finding anything else. Like, I don't want to get a stupid death, but I also don't want to get stuck because I'm being too cautious.
I'm for kitchen wire. It's coming up. This requires an item to clean it up. Thanks, Edgar. Okay, just use the dishcloth.
Okay. Freaking radios.
I'm on a freaking radio.
Uh-huh.
Whoa. No, we're not gonna worry about the exposed wire anymore. Just no, it's not wet. We're good. It's not a power can be restored. That was kind of silly.
Mm-hmm.
You're secretly surrounded by sleepy kitties.
Mm-hmm.
Flanked anyway.
Hooray, light.
Good. That will help. Ah!
Yeah, creep switch out.
Records belonging to Mrs. Catherine. They give them to her at work. What are they doing there? A rag doll with a flower in her hair. These suitcases are mine and my wife's. Do not understand. Masha began to pack her bags, but never finished. The voice recording of the Husher Mansion housekeeper Masha. The label on the cassette reads September 11, 1998.
I am starting to worry. A few days ago, Mrs. Catherine started sleeping in Saul's room with the children. She's been avoiding me lately. Is she a shield or something? Alexander and I have lived in this house for 16 years, with her and Mr. Sebastian. We've seen their children grow since they were babies. I don't understand this sudden change in attitude. I saw her playing and reading with the children in the living room last night. They looked exhausted. I could hear it in their voices, but they wouldn't go to sleep. They seemed to be avoiding it at all costs. I had a terrible nightmare last night. Something was lurking in the house. But in my attempt to escape, I couldn't find the main door. It was as if it didn't exist, or as if I couldn't make it to the entrance hall. The strangest thing is that I don't remember waking up.
Not a soul around. The Hushers chose this area exactly because of the peace and quiet.
That might not have been a dream.
Mm-hmm.
She may have encountered the thing lurking and tried to escape. Calm down, television.
Well, anyway. The lights are back on. The thing is the place. We got into that room. And I'm just kind of feeling myself going downhill right now.
Yeah, didn't you feel feverish earlier?
I did feel feverish earlier. And I'm starting to get headachy too.
Probably backsliding a bit. You should probably rest.
I should probably rest.
Hydrate first, then rest.
Yes. So, would you mind opening the desk so I can do the sign-off stuff?
Yep.
Thanks for watching, folks. I should be back Monday afternoon for Molding Corpse, where I'll be continuing Cultist Simulator. My brain was, for some reason, the phrase that popped into my head was corpse shaker, and that's not a thing. Outside of Mischief Makers, because you can totally shake corpses.
Unsettled.
And that it's not presented nearly so grimly, but
you can shake your defeated enemies.
yes. Okay.
Try and extract wine from their skulls.
Then Thursday night, Thursday Throne, or Thursday Thanatopsis. where we're playing Sunless Skies.
We might be visiting Albion soon, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. We've found all of the ports in the Reaches, or the Reach, whatever it's called.
London has a part we've been wanting.
London has a what?
London has something we've been wanting. That's why we have business in London.
Ah, yeah. We have quite a bit of business in London.
Are we a bank? Yeah.
And then next Saturday we should continue this. Now, who is around for us to raid?
The Royal Bank of Space Train.
Sakura Tsubasa is playing Link to the Past, probably randomized, almost definitely randomized, knowing her. Let's see how her run is going. So, thanks again. I do hope to see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Occasional weird